If you're in the hospitality business, you know the dream is a full booking calendar, right? But what if a huge chunk of the money from that calendar never actually hits your bank account? Well, today we're going to break down a step-by-step guide to taking back that control and driving profitable direct reservations. This is the number that keeps so many hotel and resort owners up at night. Seriously, for every single booking that comes through a big online travel agency, an OTA, you could be handing over anywhere from 15 all the way up to 30% in commissions. That is a massive slice of your hard-earned revenue just walking right out the door. And look at this. It really lays out the difference perfectly. With a direct booking, you keep 100% of the money. You actually own that relationship with your guest, and you control the entire experience from start to finish. But with an OTA booking, you're paying that heavy commission, and they own the guest data, not you. This isn't just about the money. It's about owning your business, for real. So where in the world do we start? Well, you start with a digital health check. Before you can fix a problem, you have to know exactly what the problem is. This first step is all about auditing your current setup to see what's working and, probably more importantly, what isn't. Your audit has got to cover these key areas. We're talking about digging into your paid ads, seeing how you actually show up in a Google search, figuring out if you're even tracking your booking process correctly, and even how your listings look on the OTA sites themselves. This is how you uncover where you're just throwing money away and where your biggest opportunities are hiding. Now, a super critical piece of this whole puzzle is something called rate parity. It's actually a simple idea. The price for the same room needs to be the same everywhere. Why? Because if an OTA sees your direct price is lower, they can actually penalize your listing, burying it in the search results. And if your direct price is higher, well, then you're giving guests absolutely zero reason to book with you directly. Okay, so the audit is done. We know where all the leaks are. Now, it's time to actually build the machine that's going to fix them. This brings us right into Section 2, turning those casual website visitors into confirmed paying guests. And this machine is built around a classic marketing funnel. At the very top, you create awareness for people who might not even know you exist yet, using social media or helpful blog posts. Then, in the middle, you capture people who are actively planning a trip. Maybe they're searching for cottages near the lake. And finally, at the bottom, you convert the people who are ready to pull out their credit card, searching for your specific resort's name. And here is exactly how you put that funnel into action using Google Ads. You create different campaigns for each type of searcher. You've got a bland campaign for people who already know you by name, a generic one for those broader searches. You can even run a competitor campaign to show up when people search for the resort down the road. It's a whole strategy to make sure you're visible at every single stage. But here's the thing. Launching these campaigns is really just the beginning. A machine is pretty useless if you don't know how to tune it up. And that brings us to Section 3, measure, learn, and improve. This is where you figure out how to keep your new system running at peak performance. And the single most important dial on that whole machine is this, ROAS. It stands for Return on Ad Spend. It is a simple but an incredibly powerful calculation. It asks, for every single dollar you put into ads, how many dollars in revenue are you getting back? This is what tells you if your marketing is a profitable investment or if it's just another expense. So, what's a good number to shoot for? Well, a pretty common target in the industry is a ROAS of 400%. Now think about that for a second. That means for every $1 you spend, you're generating $4 back in direct booking revenue. Now that is a healthy, profitable machine. But getting to that 400% isn't some one-time fix. It's all about making small, consistent tweaks. Think of it like a weekly routine. You hop into your ad accounts, adjust some bids, add what are called negative keywords to stop wasting money on irrelevant searches, and maybe refresh your ads. This steady, ongoing work is what really drives growth. And this right here, this is the ultimate goal of all that work. You might start out with most of your bookings coming from those high-commission OTAs, but by putting this system in place, you steadily start to shift the balance, growing your direct bookings until they become the real engine of your business. Which brings us to our final section, the payoff. What does it actually look and feel like when you have a fully audited, built and optimized booking ecosystem, just humming along smoothly? Well, it all comes back to solving that big problem from the beginning. The results are real and they are powerful. You'll see that higher ROAS we just talked about. You'll often see a higher average daily rate and improved revenue per available room. These are key metrics in the industry. But maybe most importantly, you'll see a much healthier ratio of direct bookings. And finally, you will have total ownership of your guest data so you can build those lasting relationships. Now, I know this might all seem a little complex, but the source material for this whole explainer puts it best. It says this guide enables a full beginner to complete these tasks. The whole point is that this is designed to be achievable. You absolutely have the power to make these improvements yourself. So you have the roadmap now. The only thing left is to take that first step. So let me ask you this. Looking back at that digital health check, what is the one audit, the one small thing you can start today to begin winning back your bookings?